What's up guys, it's Lord Both here for another video, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is ending. The game is dead, it's over, it's sunsetting, and they finally released their ending for the whole game. This is the definitive ending for the series. Though even while ending, Rocksteady and Suicide Squad couldn't help but throw one last bag of flaming dog crap on the porch of the home of both DC fans and gamers in general. Why do I say that? Well, because this got announced in the ending. The end of Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League has just revealed that the Arkhamverse Batman is still alive, and it was a Batman clone who died. That's right, everybody, they're brilliantly going with a Deus ex machina to fix everything they completely screwed up. The only worst, most cheap way of actually fixing everything was if they just said, and it was all a dream. Hell, I would have taken Harley Quinn writing some messed up memoir in prison or whatever, trying to tell this story of how it actually happened without it actually not being this way, than doing, oh, it was clones the whole time. And it's quite clear that they did this simply because of the backlash to killing the Justice League, all the heroes. Specifically because they killed Batman. Because this wasn't supposed to be just any Batman. This is supposed to be the Arkhamverse Batman. The definitive Batman for gaming. The Batman that was voiced by Kevin Conroy, the iconic Batman voice actor. And it was his last time ever voicing the role because he tragically passed away. And he was never going to be able to voice Batman ever again. And his last role was them killing him. And not just anyone killing him, they had Harley Quinn of all people killing Batman. And it was so hated and had so much backlash that clearly they decided to fix it like this. And they decided to fix the whole game like this. Because people weren't really happy about the idea of Captain Boomerang pissing on the corpse of the Flash either. And you could tell that's what people think in the comments too. I mean, look at them. Quote, oh fuck, they hated that section. Make him a clone. They only said this because of all the negative feedback they got. Nice cop out, it was just a clone. This guy says, I called it. And then he retweets himself in the actual reply of him saying, the evil Justice League are all clones, right? That was back in 2023. By the way, there were obvious budget cuts to this ending because the animation style, everything about this clearly shows that they weren't given any money to actually do this. I mean, just take a little sample look at this.
Thought he meant us for a second, but of course he meant bats. Kapow! That says the criminals, that's us, did well following his plan. Though how'd we figure out Brainy had cloned the League? We were like, there were clones? Anyway, we totally laid it out.
Yeah, it looks like one of those non-main story character endings to something like Mortal Kombat or Soul Calibur. It looks like one of those drawn arcade endings. By the way, this raises a whole slew of problems in that actual universe. Like, why is King Shark around if they're confirming that this is the Arkham universe? He's supposed to be dead from a previous game, right? Why is Deadshot black? They made a comment about that earlier on in this game as like a throwaway joke, but now it's become a legitimate question since, real Batman is going to come back and be like, hey, you weren't black last time I saw you. And finally, and probably the biggest one, what about Wonder Woman? The whole point of Wonder Woman, right, was she was the only one who was like fighting against the other members of the Justice League, right, and died tragically. Apparently, from what it looks like, she's still dead. Why wasn't she a clone? What happened to her? What was her situation? Why isn't any of that addressed? Finally, doing this kind of ending, it just puts the complete kibosh on the response the devs always gave about this game when people are like, wow, you're really just going to like brutally kill all the members of the Justice League, all these heroes? And their response was always, well, it's called Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. What did you expect it to be? You can't do that kind of snarky comeback when your later response is to be like, oh, they were just the clones all the time, guys. It's okay. It's a happy ending. Everybody gets a happy ending. Essentially, it's all feedback response. We know this. It's Epic Games' way of saying, listen, we fucked up. and we did it bad. Please, please, buy our next game. The problem is that people aren't. They're still going to remember this, and they don't like being now placated and you trying to fix everything with this Deus Ex Machina, while still leaving a whole bunch of other questions on the board, like I said. And it doesn't actually fix the main problem, which was this was Kevin Conroy's last time playing Batman. And in his last time playing Batman, you decided to throw him out like garbage, to have him shot on the street by freaking Harley Quinn. Because DC fans, and they're a lot more hardcore than normal gamers, or especially Marvel fans, when it comes to the lore and when it comes to the care taken to their characters. You combine those hardcore DC fans with gaming fans, and it's a recipe to get people to never forgive you for that kind of thing. The backlash isn't going to go away. Saying you're sorry and trying to shoehorn a happy ending at the end through some cheap, lazy, drawn together arcade ending isn't gonna fix this. If anything, it's just going to piss more people off, because it's acknowledging that you knew the whole time you were doing something that was lame and people were gonna hate, but you decided to do it anyway, while also gaslighting us and saying that it was fine and okay and you should just deal with it. But now that it's affecting your money, now that it's affecting your ability to sell games, now you're going to try the cheapest, laziest way possible to apologize to gamers through the game. It's just not going to work. People aren't going to forgive. They're not going to forget. And that's just the way it's going to be. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. And we'll talk to you again later.